Hello everyone and welcome to the Fields 100, the opening race for the Dr. Pepper Dash series. 30 drivers again, just like the Fields 75 take to the track, but this race a bit longer, 30 laps, compared to the scheduled 25 of the Troyer 75, which ended up going to 28 laps due to the green-white checkered rule in the Molson Modified series. Defending race winner in the defending race winning car, Austin Johnson starts on pole. Last season, he won the race from the back. Now he gets to show what he can do when he's in clean air the whole race. Alongside him is one of the leeches, Irving Allison. Row number 2 sits defending champion Adam Mitchell, and alongside him is Daniel Bouchard, one of the strongest from the Molson Modified series. In row number 3 is Alex Parker, who just missed out on winning the Troyer 75 by a late race restart. If that green-white checkered rule was not in there, he wins the race. Sadly, though, Riley Wilkin stole it on the late race restart. Dale Cole Jr. in controversy after this week's heats. He starts in row number 3 as well. Gatlin Downey, another leech that's in here trying to do the Florida 5. He starts on the 4th row with Daniel Kobza. And Felix Jansen and Richard Herman round out your top 10. One car had to go to the back, but it was already at the back. KT Larson moving to KRV Motorsports for both series. Kicks her out of the Fans of the America number 76. The team saying that they did not realize she was not American. So take that as you will. The 76 team now running Dylan Young for this weekend, looking for another driver for the future if they are to race. Austin Johnson and Irving Allison trying to lead them down, trying to win the race, but we got 30 drivers all fighting for the Fields 100 crown. Let's go down trackside for the commands to fire the engines here at the Fields 100 for 30 laps at the Homestead Speedway.
Drivers, start your engines!
With that, the engines are fired. There are 30 drivers rolling off for 30 laps. There is no green-white checkered rule in the DPDS or higher series events currently, so that means that if a caution comes out in the late stages of the race, that race could just end under caution. Austin Johnson in the race lead, Irving Allison alongside him, Adam Mitchell in the 00 of Daniel Bouchard further back. We're making sure all 30 cars get to roll off, give them some screen time before this race starts. So that their sponsors can be happy that the DPDS televised here at Homestead. 11 drivers went home. A big field for this, not as big for the Molson Modified series. We will not see any field that is over 11 DNQs left for speed weeks. The Daytona races have basically none. Coming down the front straightaway, green flag is in the air. Johnson's ready to lead us down and win this race. Green flag is in the air. Austin Johnson and Irving Allison lead us into turn 1. They go down into 1. Austin Johnson absolutely pulling away, but slows down there, trying to keep it to the inside. Irving Allison shoves himself wide. One car very wide. That's the 92 of Ricky Freeman Jr. Right there as they come 3 wide coming off of the corner. The DPDS definitely much more chaotic, and there they go. Already they're spinning. It's Dwayne Rockefeller in the 9 going around at the back, and that's going to bring out our first caution of the day. Ryan Reed on the apron with Benjamin Coles, and that could be interesting as they come back up onto the track, but Dwayne Rockefeller already spun around. Now Adam Mitchell trying to steal second for this restart, being pushed by teammate Alex Parker. It's going to be a drag race as Gunnar Matheson's also going to be turned at the back, and Adam Mitchell will lead them down the front straightaway. He will be second at least. Gunnar Matheson spun before the line, so multiple crashes there already here at Homestead. But these cars, as we said, they are a lot more clunkier to drive. The Molson Modifieds are slower and easier to drive. These cars are more like boats in the air, and they have stronger engines, more horsepower, so you can put down that pedal a lot earlier. We saw already 3 and 4 wide further back. The MMS race was fairly clean for the first 20 laps until 2 cautions came at the end of the race, and now we already have 2 spins on the first lap. Dwayne Rockefeller goes around, Gunnar Matheson as well. Let's go ahead and take a quick replay of that, bring you guys back to the action after the replay. So this first incident here, a couple guys getting in together. The 79 and 99 got shoved out by Sierra and the 7, and they're just going 4 wide now. They're going to pinch Mathis Wells in the middle, and there they go. Dwayne Rockefeller goes around. Nice to see that no one else hits him on track. So that 9 that won the LCQ, they're going to have to go to restart this race from the last position. Coming back to take the caution on lap number 1, Gunnar Matheson is basically 4 wide. Tristan Wilhoit's going to get into the back of him, hooks him across him and Aiden Shepard, and that's going to spin that one around. Shepard's going to lose a lot of positions, but a great save by the 1 to keep it out of the wall. Matheson's going to have to restart this race pretty far back. Lost about 15 spots in that spin. Let's go ahead and get you guys back to the action here at the Fields 100. Pacing on around here at the Fields 100, going back green on lap 6 of 30, already in the books. Austin Johnson in the race lead. Adam Mitchell was able to lead the race back, lead that pack back, and he's in second now. Third, Irving Allison. Fourth, Alex Parker. Fifth, Daniel Bouchard. In sixth, Dale Cole Jr. Seventh, Daniel Cobbs. Eighth, Gatlin Downey. Ninth, Richard Herman. 10th, Felix Jansen. 11th, Joe Rutkowski. 12th is Mason Ramsey. 13th, Francois Chastain. 14th, Tristan Wilhoit. And 15th, Ricky Freeman Jr. Mitchell Carter sits 16th. 17th is the 7 of Brandon Beal. 18th is the 2 of Brett Sierra. 19th, Jay Jefferson. And 20th, Sebastian Kukulon. Rest of the field goes by there. Still 25 laps to go here. Austin Johnson looking to lead it from the green to checkered, and he's hoping he can. But Adam Mitchell, Irving Allison, 2 fast drivers there. They both won their heats, as well as this, I believe, the 62. And the double zero did not win his heat. But a few guys here did win their heats. And the 51 has been the fastest most of the time at Homestead. He's very strong at Homestead and loves this car. That's why he brought it back, hoping to take it and give it its second win in 2 years. Coming down the front straightaway, still a long way to go. Hopefully this restart will be calmer because it's a single file, not double file. Green flag is back in the air. We are racing once again here at the Fields 100. Adam Mitchell gets a pretty good start. Irving Allison does not. That's going to allow Alex Parker to get to the inside. Here comes Adam Mitchell, looking to do what Riley Wilkin did to Alex Parker in the Molson Modified race, and he's going to slide up, trying to slide up on Austin Johnson. They are side by side coming through turns 1 and 2, and out of 2, it's going to be a drag race down the back for the race leaders. Alex Parker looks to clear into third around Irving Allison. Can Hagen Enterprises steal the Fields 100 away after the heartbreak in the Troyer 75? Daniel Bouchard for Atkins Racing Team, a European team, has moved inside the top 5 up to 4th. Daniel Cobbs going for a big old slide job. I don't think that's going to work. But now Hagen Enterprises first and second for Adam Mitchell and Alex Parker. As they run down the front straightaway, Mitchell in the lead, Parker clear into second. This will probably be Austin Johnson's undoing. He is very fast when the cars start getting up to speed, but if he gets past like this on the outside, if he gets stuck on the outside, this could cost him big as they continue on through this race. Couple cars 2x2, 3 wide further back. It looks like one car was pushed to the outside wall. That's Ashton LaJoy and Archibald Buttersworth. Looks like the driver who was able to secure one of KT Larson's old rides is doing a lot better than the one in the Molson Modifieds. Mac Johnson finished pretty much last there. Dylan Young starting to move his way through the field up to the 25th spot as Brandon Beal in the 7 goes 3 wide with Sierra and Aiden Shepard. Coming off of the corner, 3 wide up here. Gatlin Downey making a big move on Irving Allison, and Dale Cole Jr. there 3 wide down the front straightaway. Up in front, though, it's all the Hagen Enterprises, the 61 and the 62 of Mitchell and Parker. Bouchard clearing to third, Johnson in fourth. Now Dale Cole Jr. trying to push this field by on the inside. Joe Rutkowski's up here. Tristan Wilhoit is up here. A lot of guys do double duty in the DPDS and Molson Modifieds. There you see Jay Jefferson going 3 wide in his one-off race for the Dr. Pepper Dash Series. He is probably the biggest threat, even more so than Austin Johnson for this race, because he is just that strong on these speedways. Up the inside of Felix Jansen as he passes the driver who was able to get out of the big one in heat number 4 that Jay was totaled in. Francois Chastain all over the back of Jay, pushing him down into the corner there in that 01 behind Jay in the 48. Up front, though, Irving Allison holding that up as Daniel Bouchard is now caught the 62 of Alex Parker. Austin Johnson now going to catch this group, hoping to try to get something there as Adam Mitchell continues to pull away in the race lead. Now the double zero is going to go down and block Austin Johnson into the corner. We'll see what Austin's response is, and it's going to be going 3 wide on these two up here for this second position. But that's going to be contact with this double zero. He's going to muscle his way past as Alex Parker's working that outside line. Bouchard on the middle and Johnson on the inside. It's 3 wide down the front straightaway. Can he clear him as some more contact between the double zero and 62? And that will be Austin Johnson back into the second position there for that 51 car as they battle for the race lead. Going to go to the wide angle shot to get a cap of the whole field as they rush through turns 1 and 2. As you see all 30 cars under a blanket behind Adam Mitchell, who's pulled away. Johnson, top 4 have pulled away, but everyone else is pretty much in a pack back here, all the way back to Archibald Buttersworth in last. Do another run through the field, get these sponsors some screen time. Ryan Reed all over the back of Aiden Shepard. Further back, you got the 79, the 2 of Brett Sierra into the back of Ricky Freeman Jr., and they are about to hook each other. It looks like, no, he's going to let off as the 92 goes up the track. There we go. Now 3 wide further back there. There's the 5 of Felix Jansen. Mitchell Carter in the 65 trying to make his way through. Jay Jefferson, they did not go to a backup. They just tried to repair it for the LCQ. Well, they tried to repair it for this race, so they spent all last night buffing out the scratches on the 48. Got a new back bumper on that 48 car, so now he's trying to race his way up through the field in a pretty damaged race car. Dale Cole Jr. back there as Austin Johnson has pulled away from that group of Bouchard and Parker. Irving Allison now trying to fight behind them as we got the battle for third between the 00 and 62. Allison clear there. Cobb's doing a slide job again. He must think he's on the dirt track at DuQuoin instead of Homestead because he's really throwing it in around these guys. Dale Cole Jr. in the 26 there. Down the front straightaway, he's looking for that, I believe, 5th position, or 6th position as Cobbs is running right now. Parker slows down Irving Allison as Bouchard pulls away. Further back, Richard Herman holding up Downey, Jefferson, and that field. Mitchell Carter coming in, catching up to that 48. Maybe it's a GDI conspiracy. Downey's going to try to hold up Jay Jefferson so Mitchell Carter can do his business again. But Jefferson all over the back of Downey and Herman as they are just inside the top 10. Downey right now, or Jefferson right now sitting in 10th. 12 laps through this one, coming to lap 13. Austin Johnson trying to chase down Adam Mitchell as Mitchell is putting up a run right now in the 61 car. So hopefully there won't be a late race restart that could cost the 61 this time, but I think Austin Johnson will be able to catch up to that 61 and pass him. As you see, he just threw it into the corner, and he's going to gain probably a 10th or 2 through that. It's the fastest car on track. It's the fastest car for most of the weekend. He is strong. Did not run a qualifying session because I don't think he did last season either. He came into that race as a late entry, went on to win it, and now this time trying to do so again as he's going to go wide, very wide. He is trying hard to push that 51 car, but it looks like he's going to lose some time there to Adam Mitchell once again. Gained a lot down in turns 1 and 2. Going to lose it all right there. The 00 of Daniel Bouchard in 3rd. Alex Parker 4th. Dale Cole Jr. sits 5th. Battle for 6th between the highest 2 leeches other than Austin Johnson. That's Cobbs and Irving Allison right there fighting for that 6th position. Richard Herman in 8th for Brian Sieg Racing's a nice run. Jay Jefferson from 20th to 9th so far in this race. And Gatlin Downey has Francois Chastain all over the back of him. Chastain made 1 start in the Truck Series at Canada, his home track for the NSDCA since he is Canadian, and he crashed out in that race at Mosport. Back here now, getting the chance. He drove the Molson Modifieds for BGM last season, now in the DPDS for BGM, so he's trying to show very strong right away, up inside, fighting for the top 10 position. There is Mitchell Carter a bit further back, Daniel Elliott and Aiden Shepard battling, and there's a big string of cars until we come back to this pack of cars. About 10 cars under a blanket, 2x2, just stacking up back here. As Mathis Wells and Brett Sear actually make some contact. You see, look at that inside line just stacking up there as they come on through. With Felix Jansen in the race lead. Sebastian Kukulon as well. Not having that great of a Homestead race right now. Looks to be the slowest leech in the field is Ashton LaJoy. His driver, the RER Rockstar Energy Racing car, is also last. Austin Johnson, though, has started reeling in Adam Mitchell once again as we come to the halfway point. And Mitchell, I know he's a very strong driver, very strong DPDS racer, but I don't think he's going to be able to hang on over Austin Johnson for long. And if Johnson gets out into that race lead, he is gone. So they're going to have to fight this 51 tooth and nail as Johnson continues to catch up to this 61 car. Austin Johnson has multiple wins in the Mountain Dew Custom Series, driving full-time for Monster Motorsports in the Crown Royal Truck Series, getting some cup starts as well, getting to do this one-off for Johnson Performance. Will be running in the Mountain Dew Custom Series for his own team as well, so Johnson's going to be busy a lot this season, looking for many more wins as he's going to catch up right to Adam Mitchell, and this is going to be big if he gets this run off of the corner. Here comes the 51 down the front straightaway. Mitchell's going to lead it across the line, but I don't think it's going to be for long. Here comes Johnson to the bottom, and this is for the race lead right here. Throws it into the inside. Mitchell is hanging on that outside line. trying anything he can to stay in front of this 51. He might have the run coming off of the corner. Can he defend him? He's going to clear the 51 coming off of the corner. Look at the muscle being shown by Adam Mitchell. Not going to lay down for these leeches. He's been here before. He's had to fight off leeches for 2 years in the Dr. Pepper Dash series. Now he's going to run it wide. That's probably going to be all they wrote as we were talking praises for him, but he's sticking it on the outside. He's not letting Austin Johnson go away with this thing yet. And that's going to bring Bouchard and Parker. If they battle just a little bit more, that's going to bring those two into the mix. Mitchell trying everything he can to hang on over Austin Johnson. And he's really defending properly. Will he clear him again? Yes, he will. And he's going to slam the door on Austin Johnson. What defense is coming out from Adam Mitchell today? Johnson on the back bumper of him. Will he try it again down into 3? Yes, he will. He's trying to get around this 61, but Mitchell is not making it easy on this 51 car. And he's going to use that outside line again, trying to pull away. Man, Adam Mitchell is on fire right now, holding up Austin Johnson. And here comes the 0062 back into the fight. The 93 of Kobza is up here as well. So this could throw a wrench into Johnson's plans if he cannot clear this 61 in time. But Adam Mitchell doing everything he can on this outside line, trying to hold on over Johnson. He's trying to stick it in there again. Johnson's going to push him up the track a bit. He's going to push him wide. That might be it right there, and that's going to give Austin Johnson the race lead as they come off of turn number 4. But Adam Mitchell is right on his back bumper. Will he be able to take another shot down the back straightaway? Battle for third between Alex Parker and Daniel Bouchard as Austin Johnson now is your new race leader. Adam Mitchell, though, right on the back of that number 51. Coming around, 11 laps to go. Kobza again goes wide in 3 and 4. I don't know what his fascination is with this, but he is really driving the wheels off that thing in 3 and 4. And Adam Mitchell's going to lose some time. I think that might be it there. As Austin Johnson, when he took the race lead in his heat, he pulled away by a monstrous margin. So these guys back here are going to have to try to fight hard. Hagen Enterprises all over the back of the 51 car as Adam Mitchell is there. Alex Parker might try to make a move to the inside of teammate Adam Mitchell, but these guys are nose to tail coming off of the corner. Will Mitchell make a move? Parker is all over the back of him as they are pretty much pushing each other in a train down the back straightaway. Mitchell is going to send that 51 into the corner. He is still on the back bumper of Johnson, but Johnson holds it up nicely. Man, they are getting aggressive for these spots. Mitchell slow coming off of the corner, and that right there might be everything they got. Parker staying right behind him. He thinks that Mitchell has more speed, but now he's going to look to the inside, and that might be it right there. The two-car battle right here is going to give Austin Johnson all the momentum he needs to pull away from Adam Mitchell, but Mitchell's going to clear Parker. Parker might be playing defense for Mitchell because he was really fighting with Johnson, but now Johnson has absolutely rocketed away from Adam Mitchell in that 61 car. Bouchard all over the back of the 62. Battle for 5th. Here comes Jay Jefferson in that 48. Torn up race car. He's had a horrible speed week so far, and he is up inside the top 5 for this 48 team. He might be the threat that Austin Johnson was worrying about. More than Adam Mitchell, more than Alex Parker, more than Bouchard. Jefferson's inside the top 5. Joe Radkowski's also inside the top 10. That's good for him. Daniel Elliott has moved his way up. Looking further back through the field as they run. Kukulon fighting some guys back there. And right now in last, Ashton LaJoy, Mathis Wells, Benjamin Coles, Brandon Beal, and the 9 of Dwayne Rockefeller. Beal did not have a good car in the Molson Modified race. Does not look like he's running very well at Homestead. He's still 27th currently. Alex Parker now going to the fight on Adam Mitchell as Daniel Kobza is trying to fight Jay Jefferson. I think the only way now that Austin Johnson loses is if Jefferson can just fly through the field. No, Kobza's going to get into the back of him. So I don't think Daniel Kobza really wants Jay to get by. These guys are Alliance teammates when Kobza's driving for Anjato this season, but he might not be on Anjato yet in his eyes because he is fighting Jefferson tooth and nail for that 5th spot. Now Bouchard clears Mitchell. That is it for Adam. He's probably not going to be able to get back up there and win this thing. 7 laps to go. A caution needs to come out in the next lap or 2 for Austin Johnson to be to possibly have a chance at losing because I believe pace laps are about 5 laps around. But Austin Johnson in that 51 car is looking to go win this race, has opened up a gap between himself, Alex Parker, Daniel Bouchard, now Jefferson all over Adam Mitchell. And Jay does want to be careful here. Larry Hagen is one of his drivers that he's picking up and training in the NSDCA for the trucks in the Cup. And if he wrecks out that 61 or 62, I don't think Larry's going to be too happy with team boss Jay Jefferson. Bouchard down to the inside on the 62 of Alex Parker. Bouchard looking for that second position right there as they go, but Jefferson all over the back of Adam Mitchell. Now Bouchard shoves his way past. He's going to go up top on Alex Parker. These two fought for race wins last year in the Molson Modifieds. Nice to see that they're still fighting in the DPDS. Jefferson just shoving Adam Mitchell down into the corner there. His bumper locked to that 61, and it looks like they're trying to just work their way past the 62 as they go. Daniel Bouchard clear into second, but it's pretty much over. 1.5 seconds for Austin Johnson as he pulls away. Jefferson has 6 laps to try to clear this group of cars as Bouchard slows them all up coming off the corner. Cobbs is going to look to the inside of Jefferson, so that's going to cost Jay a lot. They are nose to tail for 2nd through 5th as Cobbs makes a move. So I think at this point, Austin Johnson, he's just stretched it out by 7/10 that lap. I don't know if it was the 0-0 or what slowing everyone down because he was at the front of this, but 7/10 stretch, 2.5 seconds. It looks like that's all she wrote. Jefferson's not going to have enough time to catch up. Adam Mitchell, though, is going to try for another run at the 2nd place position as they head on down into the corner, but I think it is also too late for a caution to come out to save these guys, so Austin Johnson just has to race another 5 laps. Should be his race to lose right here. Cobbs now into the 4th position. Adam Mitchell looking on Daniel Bouchard. This is for that 2nd spot. Joe Rutkowski's moved his way up, and Mitchell with a big run off of the corner. It looks like that 0-0 has really been slowing up this field once he got in front of him because, man, these guys have lost time to Johnson, and Mitchell just flew past them there, but now Mitchell on the inside of this 0-0. They're going to drag race down the back as Daniel Cobbs is back there in 4th waiting for these two to mess up. Mitchell, even if he doesn't win this race, whoever finishes 2nd out of this group, they would be leading the points heading in to next week's race, or next time's race out on the West Coast. But now Bouchard back on the outside, Mitchell on the inside. They are fighting side by side. This is all Austin Johnson needs to see as he's checking out, but Mitchell's going to clear Bouchard that time off of the corner, and that's going to be Adam Mitchell into the 2nd position. Joe Rutkowski has moved his way into the 6th spot as now Alex Parker's dropped all the way to 7th. Dale Cole 8th. Downey and Allison roll out your top 10, and here's the rest of the grid as they go on by. Just one last look through the group of cars as they come down the front straightaway. Pretty spread out outside of this front group. And Austin Johnson has set sail, and he is not looking back. 3 laps to go this time by for the number 51 to take home his 2nd straight Fields 100 victory. Jefferson now to the inside of Daniel Bouchard, and that's going to be for the 3rd spot. If Jefferson was here with about 10 laps to go in 3rd, maybe I'd think he'd have a shot, but I think it's too late now. 2.23 seconds is a pretty big margin. Adam Mitchell's just happy Jay's fighting that 0-0, so he can't get up there into that 2nd position. Adam Mitchell, of course, your defending Dr. Pepper Dash Series champion, looking to end it where he started, or start where he ended it in the 61 car on top of the leaderboards in the point standings. Now Bouchard looking to the outside on this number 61, and he's going to get a nose up there. So Jefferson going to watch these two battle. Hopefully Jay's thinking he's probably going to try to shoot under the 0-0 when the 61 gets the run into the corner, but that outside line is shown to work. Adam Mitchell held off Austin Johnson on the outside around the halfway point of this race. Jefferson all over the back of the 0-0, pushing him through the corner, and he's going to get to the inside. Adam Mitchell going to pull back away into 2nd. Jefferson has to fall back to 4th, but it is all they wrote. No one is going to be able to catch Austin Johnson now, barring, of course, a mechanical failure on the 51 car, but this is the car that he won with last season. This is the driver that won last season. And now, instead of starting last and having to fight through 29 other cars, he was able to start up front. Had to fight through a few guys after they passed him on the early restart. But that is going to be it. 1 lap to go this time by for Austin Johnson to get his 2nd Fields 100 victory in a row. Molson Modified race was won by a Molson Modified driver. The Leeches actually did not have a chance at it, but right now 3 of the top 5 sit as Leeches, and 5 of the top 10 sit as Leeches as well. So this race definitely more Leech heavy than the Molson Modified race, but Austin Johnson coming through just 2 more times around, or 1 more time around this track. Adam Mitchell has Jay Jefferson to the inside. Jay wants that 2nd position at least, I guess for the prize money. I don't know, but hopefully I don't think he wants to mess with Adam Mitchell's championship hope here as Daniel Bouchard is all over the back of both of them. What is going to be this battle down into turn number 2, or turn number 3 as Mitchell goes to the outside. Mitchell trying to hang on that outside line, but it doesn't matter. Austin Johnson coming out of the corner. They're side by side back there. Mitchell's going to give up that 2nd position to Jay, but Austin Johnson comes down the front straightaway. He will win his 2nd straight Fields 100. Jefferson, Mitchell, Daniel Bouchard and Daniel Kobza round out your top 10 here at Homestead as the field flies across the line there. Austin Johnson pretty much could not be stopped here as there's damage. The 29 and 5 have some heavy damage to the side of their cars. Ashton LaJoy's at the back, but there's heavy damage to the 29 and 5. We'll have to take a look and see what happened there. We'll get a replay of that on your screen. But Austin Johnson, your race winner for the Fields 100. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone. He's been strong all speed weeks so far for Homestead, and Austin Johnson comes back in the same car he won last season with. He comes home with the race victory. Jay Jefferson just cleared too late, but he does come home second. Adam Mitchell will be the DPDS points leader heading out of Homestead. But we do thank you guys so much for tuning in to the NSDCA Homestead weekend. The Clash will be coming up soon, if it hasn't already. I don't know when the DPDS is coming out, but in universe it's tomorrow. Anyway, we thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Dr. Pepper Dash series, the Fields 100 here at Homestead, and the Troyer 75 at Homestead for the Molson Modifieds. Two great races come down to the end. Austin Johnson wins this one and comes out on top with a very big lead, but Adam Mitchell put up a hard fight at the midpoint, so be sure to see your defending DPDS champion. He could possibly go 2 for 2 in his championship. Thank you guys so much for watching here on the NSDCA. Speed Weeks for Daytona coming up next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time on the NSDCA.